Hi guys, this could be the reason why a lot of people would not consider moving into the UK anymore, because the UK is becoming really difficult for people to stay in and even to bring their dependents into the country. So sometime last year, the UK government came and they said that they have a 5-point plan to help reduce net migration into the country. So if you have been following the UK update, you would know that from January of this year, master's students are not able to bring their dependents with them to the UK anymore. Part of the 5-point plan talked about care workers not being able to bring their dependents anymore from some time of 2024. And what they had said was it was going to be in spring of 2024 without giving us an exact date. So now they've given us an exact date, and we're going to be talking about that in today's video, when those 5-point plans would be implemented in the country. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So guys, the 5-point plan the UK government talked about last year involved care workers not being able to bring their dependent anymore into the country from sometime in spring of 2024, which is this year. They also talked about increasing the minimum salary threshold from 26,200 to 38,700. Now, this is not for everybody. People who are in the health and care worker visa were exempted. Teachers were also exempted from these increase. Third point also talked about changes to the shortage occupation list. So because they were increasing the minimum salary threshold, they were going to have a look into the shortage occupation list to see that the jobs on that list matches with the increased salary. The fourth point talked about those who are already in the country and want to bring their family over under the family visa. There was going to be an increase in the income. So it was going to increase from 18,600 to, initially they had said 38,700, but people brought up petitions, did not like the fact that that increase was too much. And then the UK government said, okay, fine, we are going to increase it to 29,000 at first, but subsequently it was going to increase to 38,700. And the fifth one was for the Migration Advisory Committee to have a look into the graduate visa route and come up with a plan on that end. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mercy. For those of you just see my face for the first time, and on this channel we talk about nursing, migration abroad, lifestyle vlogs. And if this is something that you are interested in, please smash on the subscribe button, like the content on the channel, share it to friends and family, people that you know will find value from these content. And I want to say thank you so much to my returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming back to watch the content on this channel. So let's go on to talk about the key dates that you need to have in mind. It is very important because the 5-point plan the UK government have talked about would be implemented on these dates. So have it in mind, get a pen and paper if necessary. Put it in your calendar if you are considering the UK, because it is very important for you to know these dates. The key dates that you need to have in mind of when these changes would happen are: number one, banning newly arriving care workers from bringing immediate family will happen on the 11th of March 2024. Number two, the skilled worker minimum salary increase will happen on the 4th of April 2024. And number three, the initial changes to the shortage occupation list will also happen in April 2024, very likely April 4th. The Migration Advisory Committee is working on its recommendation for the new list. Number four, the spouse or partner visa minimum income will first increase to 29,000 on 11th of April 2024 and to around 34,500 at an unspecified time later in 2024, and finally to around 38,700 by early 2025. Number five, the Home Office was supposed to commission the Migration Advisory Committee to begin work on the graduate visa review in January 2024, but this has not been done yet. So we are waiting that to happen very soon, and when there is an update on that, I will come back on the channel to inform everyone. The source of today's news update is from the House of Commons in the UK Parliament, and today we will be going through some questions just so that you have more clarifications of people who are affected if you are in the country and if you are intending to move into the country. For those who are extending their spouse or partner visa on or after 11th of April, will the 29,000 threshold apply to them, or only to first-time visa applicants? And the response here says only to first-time applicants. So if you're applying for the first time, this would affect you. But those who already have a family visa within the 5-year partner route, or who apply before the minimum income threshold is raised, will continue to have their applications assessed against the current income requirement and will not be required to meet the increased threshold. So you have escaped the implementation of the new income threshold. The next question says, can both the applicant and the sponsor's income be counted towards the 18,600 or 29,000 required? And it says, when applying for the initial visa from outside the UK, only the sponsor's income can be counted towards the minimum income threshold. For extensions and permanent residence, both incomes count. So if you are doing these from outside of the UK, only the person sponsoring would have the income counting towards the minimum income threshold. So those who are members of the armed forces did not escape this either, because there is a question that talked about minimum income increase applying to foreign members of the armed forces who want to sponsor a spouse and a partner visa. And yes, the increase applies to them as well. And the last question talks about, what about the higher 38,700 salary threshold for the skilled worker visa? Will that apply to people already here on that visa? And the response says no. Those already in the skilled worker route and applications made before the rules change will not be subject to the new 38,700 salary threshold when they change employment, when they extend, or when they settle, according to the Minister for Legal Migration. So you should bear it in mind the exact dates or the key dates that these changes would be implemented. You have got 11th of March for those who are care workers, and then you will know that you will not be able to bring your dependents anymore into the country for newly arriving care workers. And care workers in this category is senior carers and care workers, and only people whose care homes are CQC regulated would be able to sponsor care workers into the country. So 11th of March, have that in mind. Revision of visa regulations are usually done through statement of changes to immigration rules, and the UK government have said that they intend to put out 2 statements regarding these. One is going to be on the 19th of February and the other is going to be on the 14th of March. So when these statements are put out, I will come back on the channel to talk about it, to inform you so that you are aware of what is going on and you are up to date. So I will encourage you to smash on the subscribe button, to like the content on the channel, to turn on your post notification bell if you have not done that yet, so that by the time I put out these updates, you would be the first person to be notified and you'll be the first person to watch it and be informed. And don't forget to share it to friends and family, to people that you know that they will find value from the content on the channel. And until the next time, you keep being amazing and have a wonderful day.